Hello everyone, welcome back to Streaming Games. My name's Derek and we're taking a look at Path of Exile today. Path of Exile is a free-to-play game, still currently in beta, and it's made by a small studio called Grindy Gear Games, based out of New Zealand. Haven't seen a lot of press for it here in the States. That's why I want to show it to you and let you take a look for yourself. I think you'll like what you see. We are on a ship about ready to get exiled. You have 6 different classes: a Templar, a Shadow, a Marauder, a Ranger, a Duelist, and a Witch. Currently I have played the Barbarian and the Ranger. So I'm going to try one of the classes I haven't tried yet.
Swim straight for the shore. Stay together and look for others who can help you. You're not the first exiles, and you won't.
Okay, so we wake up on this beach. Standard point and click to move. And if you hit Alt, you can see any non-magic items in the area. So let's go and pick up the sword right there. And I for inventory, you can see it automatically enabled. I'll get into these different sockets here in a little bit. You'll also notice I have 2 minor life flasks and 1 minor mana flask. The life is the red on the left, the mana is the blue on the right, similar to Diablo. Alright, let's go and talk to this guy here. Okay, you puked all over my shoes. Now I don't like you. Alright, so what are we gonna do to this hungry corpse? Well, we stick him a couple times. Hey, now look at that. Now, as you can see, it says hold Alt to show the items on the ground, and magic items such as this gem here show up whether or not we hit Alt. So, what is a gem? Let's go back in our inventory. Right here you can see it's a red gem and it's level 1. Red will socket into red, green into green, blue into blue. So, drop it in there, and now on top of my default attack, I now have the cleave attack. Default does 4 to 8 damage, cleave does 3 to 6, and you can see the other benefits, such as dual wielding. Unfortunately, it only works with axes and swords. Actually, that's not a bad thing in this case, since I have a rusted sword. But in order to get the benefits of dual wielding, I'll either need to use another axe or another sword. Let's continue. I'm going to hold down Alt, see if there's anything in the area. Nothing yet. Oh, there's something. Okay, that's a regular attack. Now this next time I'm going to use the magic attack. Okay, so right now they're about the same, but if I get a second sword I might be a little better off. Let's see what happens. Okay, notice how I'm almost dead already? So I'm going to hit 1 and use my life flask to help restore. It'll also restore automatically, slowly over time, as you can see what's happening on the right side where my mana is. Also notice that my life flask is partially used. As I kill monsters, you'll see the flasks start to fill up again. Interesting mechanic. Instead of hunting around for potions, the monsters we kill are what replenishes our life and mana. There's a bow. And a crate. Stomp on the nearby crate, see if anything good comes out. That was a good hit. Oh, still no goodies. How about over here? Okay, there's a bunch of them. Okay, that wasn't wise. Looks like my cleave can hit multiple enemies. Now this is a rusted cask or a helmet. When you pick it up, it puts it on automatically, as you can see here. Now he's got an ugly helmet on. Now here's a club. Does that do any better than the rusty sword I have? Probably not. Oh, I ran out of mana, so now unless I replenish my mana, it'll go back to the default attack. I'm gonna replenish it. And I got a wand. Hey, I leveled up. Let's try and back up a little bit and I'll show you just briefly what our skill tree's like. Even while we're leveling up, I can still be attacked, so you have to pay attention. The game won't stop just because I'm in the skill tree. But take a look at this. What do you think? Is that enough customization for you? I think it'll be alright. Taking a look at my Duelist, you see he has 22 into strength, 22 into dexterity, and 14 into intelligence. It branches out like your standard skill tree. I can add 10 to strength, 10 to dexterity, 12% to accuracy, or 10% to melee damage. I'll start with that one. Then we can choose 10 to strength or an additional 10% to melee damage. Let's see what happens now. Well, that helped a little. They do seem to be going down a little easier. Okay, there's another one. Let's see if I can do two at once now. Not sure if that works. Once again, notice his boots. Now it automatically enables. Now that will work if there are no items right now, but if I pick up a different pair of boots or greaves, then I'm gonna have to go into my inventory and double check to see which one I want and swap it out. Let's continue. Okay, what do we got here? Ooh, a plate vest, and it looks like a nice one too. I can definitely use a plate vest. Okay, he's got his plate vest on. And, as you can see on the left, my cleave gem is now ready to level up. Now let's take a look over here on the right and see what that means. As you can see, it's 40% reduced physical damage and it deals 70% of base damage. Okay, that's at level 1. Once I level up, Now, in addition to those two stats, it also does 3% increased physical damage at level 2. My mana cost also went up slightly from 9 to 10. So not only can you level up, but the gems that you pick up along the way will level up with you. The more you use them, the higher they level up. It's an important mechanic in the game. Oh, what do we have here? A shield. Okay, let's use that. So what's our buddy look like now? Well, his armor's pretty ugly, but when you're on a deserted island washed up, I guess you can't be choosy. Seems to be able to handle his own right now. Uh-oh, here's a whole gang of them. Now, I gotta keep an eye on my health. Make sure I don't get beat up too bad. Yeah, that cleave seems to work nice. Let's regenerate my health. And there we go. While I'm at it, I'll regenerate my mana too. Hold down Alt and pick up some of these goodies along the way. Moving forward. Here's a chest. A scepter and a bow. Anything in here? That hurt. So I'm taking less damage, but I'm not out of the woods. Cleave seems to work really well when you're facing multiple targets. Notice how my mana's filled back up from killing the monsters. Scroll of Wisdom, what's that? It's your standard identify spell. If you find a magic item, such as this right here, see this driftwood wand, it says unidentified, use the Scroll of Wisdom and it'll show you what the unidentified special items are for. Looks like I'm already running low on inventory, so I may have to get rid of something. Let us get rid of this bow here and swap it with this magic item. And just for fun, let's see what happens if I identify it. There we go. Couple extra points of damage, a little bit of lightning resistance. Just for fun, I'm going to take that socket out of there, put it in there, and swap it out. Now let's see what happens. Oh, another plague vest. Uh-oh, he sounds like a big guy.